Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Happy Thursday. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We've been talking about activating information and how to take information from behind the glass window and putting it into our lives, which is how we have to live our lives. And by the way, if you see people that do this, you can almost tell the difference because they're always growing and they're always excited. I know people like this. They're like always excited. And not like life isn't always perfect for them, but they're living in this space of everything I learn I could try to apply. And so they're excited to learn stuff. It's really cool. But I want to take a little bit of a digression today because it's Thursday and this is the weekend before Rosh Hashanah. So whether you keep it, don't keep it, whatever. I want to share with you what it is and what it could be. And it's a powerful lesson and a powerful day for everyone. What is Rosh Hashanah? So there's no one answer, obviously. And I'm definitely not an authority on anything. I want to share with you a perspective. Rosh Hashanah, in many ways, is a paradox. It is a day in which there's a judgment that takes place in the world. God evaluates, if you will, the world. And there's a certain allocation that takes place throughout, a spiritual allocation, which ultimately manifests into a physical allocation throughout the whole world. But yet it is a day in which we almost spend no time apologizing. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine standing before a judge and not having a chance to say, I'm sorry? Like, can you just put those pieces together? So you're standing in front of judgment, but, well, what do you get judged on then? Like, if you're not saying I'm sorry, if you look at the liturgy in Rosh Hashanah, there's no confession. So then what is God using as an evaluation for his judgment? And so when you look closely at the prayers, what you will see is that the actual prayers are about God. And what the rabbis teach us is that the work on Rosh Hashanah is not what you did right and what you did wrong. The work on Rosh Hashanah is who you are and who you want to be. And one of the great mistakes we make in life, and we've spoken about this on the show many times, is not knowing the difference between what I do, be, and do. They're different. They're connected, but they're different. Who I am many times manifests what I do, but what I do is not who I am. We make this mistake a lot. When you talk to people and they do something wrong, and that's who they become to you. It's what they do, it's not who they are. We do this on ourselves. When we do something, we become the thing that we do. We become the occupation. We are lawyers and doctors and Indian chiefs. And we know we're not, but we don't really know we're not. Because if to make a pivot in life, it's hard if that's how you've identified. Doing habituates something into our brain so that it feels like it's us. But it's not really us. We are the intangible energy that's connected to the divine, which means we can always influence our brain, which means we can always change, which means we can always become different people. It may be hard, we may have some rock solid neural connections, but in its core, we are not just the product of our brains and the product of our hands. We are something that is not in this world. We have energy and potential beyond what we can even perceive. Your Rosh Hashanah is the day, in my opinion, to reconnect to that. You stand before God on Judgment Day without saying sin, because sin is connected to what you did. And this is about who you are. This is a day in which you have a vision. What do you want? What are you connected to? How deep do you aspire to grow spiritually? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your knowledge base to be? You stand before God on Rosh Hashanah, what you're saying is, I know I haven't done everything perfectly. I know I may not even do everything perfectly, but I want to tell you who I am and what I want as a manifestation of who I am. When you have a chance to look at the prayers, and the prayers are about the glory of God and the glory of humanity. It's all about vision. It's all about idealism. It's all about what the world could be. Because the day of Rosh Hashanah is a day in which you get to dream with Hashem, dream with God. You get to dream with yourself. You get to re-establish the vision for your life. You get to hit reset on your relationships. You weren't the perfect husband, spouse, father, fine. That's pre-Rosh Hashanah. When Rosh Hashanah comes, that God recreates the world. And that means that you've got the ability to change. It may take a really long time, but okay. That's fine. Still got time, with God's help. And so as you come to Rosh Hashanah this Sunday night, Monday night, Monday, Tuesday, don't let the day go by. Don't waste it. Don't waste it like spacing out in the prayers and looking forward to the meals and getting lost in random conversation, and then it's over. Use it. Use it. Speak to God in your language. Share your inner desires. Share what you want. Think. Pray. Get to a deeper place that you've ever been to before in the privacy of your own small space, wherever that may be. In a synagogue, out of a synagogue. Reading Hebrew, reading another language. Doing it your way, whatever that way is. But leverage the power of the days to tap into the be. There are almost no other days a year this powerful for be. We've been speaking about be, do, have on this show for months. This is the day of be. This is the day of committing. This is the day of moving on and having a renewal moment, a reset button. Stand before your Creator and share, connect. He's your father, he's your mother, he's your beloved. He just wants you to be the best version of yourself. And the spiritual wisdom that he has to share, and the spiritual relationship that we have with all the Torah and everything we've learned is all there to make us the best version of ourselves. And so much of what we've been talking about over the years, in many ways aligns with this period of time. Rosh Hashanah being the be, and Kippur being the do, but we're not to that yet. Let me take a moment to wish each one of you a healthy and happy new year. If you're celebrating, Shana Tova. May this year be a year filled with blessings and success and happiness, knowledge of self, knowledge of other, spiritual growth, spiritual enjoyment and satisfaction, physical and material success and wealth. May we have success in all that we're doing, us and our families. And may we, this Rosh Hashanah, tap into the true be that we are, and come out with the clarity, with a commitment, and with a connection to that be, so that we can get busy on the do. All right, everybody, Shana Tova. See you on the other end, with God's help.